greatness. VG8 Radio. VG8 Radio.
VG8 Radio.
VG8 Radio. The voices of greatness.
Hello, good morning or good afternoon na. I think it's good afternoon na. Okay, good afternoon guys or mga ka-playmates. So, we're back again live here sa Game Mode, wherein Game Mode is all about games that are not just literally in for literally na just for play, which is it is also a one way to learn and then communicating with other people. So, that's it. Which is, first of all, explain ko muna kung ano yung mga nangyayari in the previous episode before we go to this episode 3, which is yung theme ng episode 3 ngayon is all about getting started. But before that, let's go kung ano yung nangyayari. So yung episode 2, we talk more on about game genres, both dun sa video game side at saka doon sa tabletop side. So if you want to learn more or hindi mo napanood just yung previous episode, you may want to learn more about the game genres there. And then I also explain about the difference between the RPGs, which is yung Japanese RPG at saka yung Western RPG. Which is medyo minor lang, pero it has a big differentiation doon sa RPG side. Okay, so now let's go dun sa episode 3 para straight to the point na tayo. So, episode 3 is all about getting started. What is it all about? So, this time, i-explain ko naman yung aesthetics of play on the video game side. Which is, ano ba yung dahilan kung bakit nga ba naglalaro yung mga gamers ba or yung mga tao na bakit sila na-intrigue or bakit sila na-motivate na maglaro. And then, besides dun sa video aesthetics of play, there is the 5 personal recommendations of visual novels that I could let you bring or get involved with the visual novels. As I explained nga dun sa previous episode, is that in visual novels, you literally just read like a book, pero provided you with visuals and then sound effects and so forth. So, let's go. So, which is this a video game? Let's go sa aesthetics of play. So, meron research all about. Hello, Bench. Thank you for tuning in. So, aesthetics of play, which is mechanics, dynamics, at saka aesthetics, which is yun yung research ng mga game designers kung paano nila i-develop yung mga games. So, inuuna nila yung mechanics. Yun yung dahilan kung bakit napapansin nyo, there are some writings dun sa mga laro na bakit something is off, like hindi hindi ganun ka solid yung yung writing kasi inuuna nila usually yung mechanics. So what is mechanics all about? So mechanics about rules at saka yung systems ng games, kung paano siya ginawa. So, ang example ng mechanics is that, for example, yung math or yung sabihin natin, yung damage, sabihin natin when you get shot by a gun or you got damage. So, parang meron siyang system na you deal this specific damage equal to this defense and then subtracting into this. Parang game language siya, kumbaga. So, which is, ang example niyan, sabihin natin, yung pag binaril ka sa Counter-Strike, or pag may ginawa ka na something like an alchemy, that you'll get the specific stats, or something like that. Yun yung mechanics. So, dynamics. Dynamics is actual experience ng player kung bakit niya nilalaro yun. So, yung example ng dynamics is yung mga posible na pwede mong gawin doon sa laro, which is yun nga yung expressions as yourself nga, ika nga, which is I have explained previously doon sa previous episode. One example is yun nga yung GTA. Sabihin natin you want to do this specific na mabait ka, yung sumusunod ka lang sa mga stoplights kasi alam mo naman dun sa mga diba, sa laro ng GTA, yung dire-diretso ka lang dun sa sa vehicle or sa daan, kumbaga nga. And then aesthetics. So, aesthetics is yung motivation of player. So, ano nga ba yung dahilan kung bakit naglalaro sila nun? Which is yun nga, sinabi ko nga, genre ng games. So, yung genre of games, yung mga sinabi ko nga, yung first-person shooter, real-time strategy, and then yung mga iba-ibang klaseng genres na aware tayo. Yun yung dahilan kung bakit sinasabi ni player or ni individual na itong laro na to is a platformer. Ito yung laro na to is a real-time strategy. Yun yung dahilan kung bakit nakakategorize mo siya as genre kahit hindi na sabihin sa'yo ng ibang tao. I mean, look at it. Imagine that what would you categorize Portal? What do you think, guys? It is actually a puzzle. Hindi siya first person kahit yung gameplay niya first person, di ba? Kasi yung Portal is about puzzle wherein you progress a story to do obstacles that you could progress the story, ika nga. So, yun yung dahilan kung bakit nakakategorize mo siya na madali-dalian. So, majority ng mga players is that sinasabi nila, yun yung genre. So, eto. Actually, dun kasi sa aesthetics, on the aesthetic side, there are 8 core aesthetics. So, himay-himayin natin siya. So, actually, supposedly, when you're going to explain the aesthetics of play, aabot din siya ng buong 1 oras. But for this podcast case, ano lang natin, onti lang, like 20 or 10 minutes lang to para ma-discuss natin yung mga iba pang topics dito for today's podcast. Anyhow, so, first, sabihin natin is yung first step or yung first core aesthetics rather is yung sense pleasure. Ano yung sense pleasure? Sense pleasure is yung play for pleasure ng isang player or which is doon nanggagaling yung 5 senses. Parang nafe-feel mo yung pleasure in a sense of sight, in a sense of taste, in a sense of smell, in a sense of feel. So, yung 5 senses nga, ika nga, yung ano mo talaga. So, sabihin natin, oh, you like this game because of the art. Oh, you like this play because it saturates your curiosity. Dahil, there are actually some games that is focused on food. So, ayun, yun yung dahilan kung bakit taste, kumbaga. Or yung feel na, oh, gutom na ako or something like that. Basta, it's just that, yun. Yun yung parang hinahanap mo sa laro. Yun yung isa sa mga dahilan. So, sense pleasure. Next, which is yung fantasy. As I explained in the previous episode, fantasy is yung to make believe or to what kind of a character that you want to become as that character in the story. So, example, which is yung Dragon's Dogma or yung sabihin natin sa Skyrim, if you want to be a good person or a bad person, which is it affects the karma system doon sa laro. So, pag mabuti ka, meron kang mga discounts sa shops or meron kang mga good benefits when you are a good townsfolk. Otherwise, pag bad person ka, meron kang naman perks in the bad side. But majority is pag pumunta ka sa town, probably hahanapin ka ng mga police. Like, ayun, example, sabihin natin sa Assassin's Creed that you keep on killing the Templars and that, which is tumataas yung authority mo. Which is a funny thing that you just have to tear a piece of paper and then reduce your notoriety. But let's not go beyond that. Which is next naman, which is narrative or yung drama ng isang laro. So pag sinabi natin narrative, yung in-explain ko rin dun sa previous episode side, dun sa JRPG. So, narrative is, ang ibig sabihin ng narrative is that, yung drama, which is, nandun yung progress ng storya, na na-engage ka kung bakit nangyari yung ganitong situation. Like, what is happening to this world? Na-intrigue ka, that's the reason why you play. Example is yung Final Fantasy, or yung Valkyrie Profile, or any JRPGs na you could think of. Which is more focus sila on the story side. Yun yung dahilan kung bakit na-engage ka. Okay. Next. Challenge. Ano ba yung challenge? That is the part 1 actually. So, challenge na sinasabi dito is yung obstacle course ng isang game. So, to progress the story, you have to tackle obstacles. So, yung mga platformers, example, Mega Man. So, Mega Man is a platformer action game na you have to defeat evil robots to get the final boss para ma-progress mo yung storya. Para malaman mo kung ano yung nangyayari. So, another game which is yun nga yung nirecommend ko, which is yung Rabi Ribi. So, Rabi Ribi is also an obstacle game na you have to dodge the bullets, which is yung Danmaku or yung bullet hell na platform. And then, nandun yung storya, which is, besides that kasi, dun sa Rabi Ribi, it is also a somehow visual novel niche siya. Kasi, it's made by Sekai Project. Sekai Project is more famous with making visual novels. Kaya, medyo unique yung approach nila dun sa platformer bullet hell game na meron visual novel. Yun yung dahilan that you just have to bear a lot of dialogues dun sa game. Kasi there's a lot of reading involved and then you're gonna play. Parang sasabak ka bigla sa bullet hell after reading. Yun yung example ng challenge. Next, which is fellowship. Fellowship is, ibig sabihin yun, yung social framework ng players. Example, which is yung cooperative play, usually na mga nangyayari in the game. Example niyan would be yung Borderlands, which is yung online or LAN na meron sila iba-ibang roles. Another, which is, MOBA games. At saka, Team Fortress or yung mga Counter-Strike. Yun yung merong cooperative play. So, nandun yung socialism na tinatawag na you have to communicate with players so that you could play with the team efficiently. So that tipon na you have to win. I mean, come on guys. Let's be honest. We play the game because we want to win. Yun nga. Besides having fun, we also get the more fun in terms na we have to win. So, yun yung fellowship. Which is, i-attach natin siya to another core game, which is hindi siya official actually. So, yung another core game which is competition. Ano ba yung competition? Competition is yung dominance or yung superiority ng isang player. So, isang example niyan would be, sabihin natin, yung Final Fantasy Online or something that has online aspect or merong connection with other people that you're going to be leading a group. So, ayun, sabihin nga natin Counter-Strike. So, they have to go to the site, which is site B or site A. So, yung meron talagang tipo na dominance that you cannot hinihigitan mo yung tao. Which is yung sabihin natin, example would be hindi siya more on competitive pero meron siyang more on scratch that. Hindi siya more on the cooperative side, but in the competitive side, yung dominance niya. Kasi you want to overwhelm the player so that he's going to follow your commands or yung orders. Parang you want to overwhelm them na, sabihin natin sa RPG, there are PvP. So sabihin natin na run online ba yun? At saka MU. Yun, yung mga merong PvP. So you want to get the good stuff so that when someone challenge you, you get that dominance that if you win, parang you feel good to yourself. Parang self-satisfaction. Yun yung isang aesthetics for the competition set. Anyhow, next, discovery. Discovery, which is ang ibig sabihin nun, is yung uncharted territory, which is you have to explore the map of the game. Isang example niyan would be Horizon Zero, Red Dead Redemption, and then of course Skyrim at saka Witcher, which is you have to explore every bits of the area so that may malaman ka na, oy, maganda pala tong lugar na to. Maybe I could set a camp here or I could farm or grind here. By the way, those are terminologies yung mga sinabi ko. So, refer to the terminology. Mag-research lang kayo sa Google kung hindi nyo alam. Otherwise, just drop it in the comments if you do not know. And then, before that, thank you, Cam. And then, Sir Mark. At saka si Sir JB is here. Okay, thank you for tuning in, guys. And then, going back. So, discovery, which is yun nga, yung sinabi ko nga, you have to explore the map so that you could learn something from it. Sabihin natin, yun nga, sa Horizon Zero, you have to go to specific areas to get stuffs, and then you have to go to this specific area to get those collectibles dun sa laro na to. So, another, which is ayun nga, sa Red Dead Redemption, you have to go to this area to play poker. You have to go to this area to get, to achieve the missions or yung quest na kinuha mo dun sa area or dun sa town na merong wanted list or merong request list na sinabi ng townsfolk. Yun yung sa discovery. You want to find out more the game, explore the game, kumbaga. And then, next. Last na to. Last two. Last two, so, expression. Expression, ibig sabihin dito is yung self-discovery. So, ano nga ba yung sinasabi dito? Yung in-explain ko nga earlier, or rather do sa previous episode, self-expression is ano yung klaseng character that you want to be with. So, in-explain ko na rin dun sa dynamic side, which is hindi ko na masyadong i-explain in more detail. Which is yung sinabi ko nga na you have to be that character within the game because this is the character that you want to be. Okay, you want to be an elf, as a ranger, as a druid, or what specific fictional character that you want to be, then that is the character that you want to be in the play. That is an expression of yourself. Last but not the least is abnegation. Yan, abnegation. Abnegation, ibig sabihin nun is self-indulgence, which is you want to play the game during your pastime. Like you want to play it in your kill time na yung gusto mo lang magpalipas ng na oras, or you want to distress yourself from the reality na pagod na ako and that. So why not just go and play a game and then think of the game stresses or whatever. Parang you're just gonna go and let aside the reality temporarily, not permanently, okay guys, because permanently is bad for you. Don't become a NEET because NEET is a bad thing. Anyhow, so yung sinabi ko nga temporary lang, meaning like a few hours lang, depende sa inyo kung ilang oras kayo naglalaro. For sure oras, hindi minute yan for sure. Otherwise, kung meron yung stamina system yung laro nyo. So, meron actually sa mga usually yung mga mobile games, meron silang mga stamina system na you have to do this mission or you have to do this area with a certain appropriate stamina. The higher the level or the higher the area that you go, the higher the prerequisite of stamina that you have to consume, which is a good thing. Meron siyang good kasi you get experience, which is a very good thing. So that is more on the aesthetics of play. Ganun lang siya kabilis, which is I won't be explaining it within an hour. Parang mas binato ko lang bigla sa inyo. But if you want to know it in more detail, just search dun sa YouTube yung YouTube channel, Extra Credits, then dun nila ini-explain more detail about yung core aesthetics of play. So dun ko lang rin nakuha yung topic dito. Kasi yung Extra Credit is they're explaining topics more in game design, of which also players could relate to the topic. Yun yung dahilan kung bakit maganda rin yung YouTube channel na yun. Okay, so we're already done in the first half ng video game topics. Now we're going to proceed naman doon sa susunod sa video game site, which is yung top 5 personal recommendations personally by me, ShikiYuki, to start with. So, ano nga ba yung mga visual novels na sinuggest ko? So, explain ko muna, which is yun nga, binabasa mo nga yung laro, and then you choose your own adventure, and then it affects the game kung sino yung magiging romance character mo, or magiging bad ending ba yung mararatingan ng route mo. But you won't know that for sure. But yan, let's go. Top 5. Number 5 on the list is, ayan, meron kami ipa-flash dito na picture so that you could somehow see the visual appeal if the game is for you or not. Or otherwise, kung hindi nyo na-appreciate yung visual appeal, explain ko lang kung bakit nirecommend ko tong laro na to. So, yun. Let's go to the top 5 in the list. So, top 5. First, yung visual novel is yung tinatawag dito na Girlish Grimoire Little Witch Romanesque. So, what is the game all about? The game is all about the main character is Domino. Domino is an archmage na sobrang ano na niya, OP na niya. Like 9 years great wizard na siya. But the thing here is that he doesn't want to teach in the city because it's so dull na. Yung buhay niya sobrang normal na. That he has to go in the journey to the Great Wall Tower. Or Great Tower, kumbaga. To meet the greatest wizard of them all. Which is, you will know it who the character is. So, yung sinabi niya na sinabi ni Domino dun sa Great Wizard that I want to be more greater than at what I am. Okay, sinabi ni Great Wizard na you have to teach these 2 girls na kailangan kong ituro for the next 3 years or during 3 years in the duration of the game. So in the game, ang sinasabi dito na you have to do specific learning the spells, learning the spells, achieving the quests, and then progressing the story. So, during that time, ang sinasabi niya na you progress the story by means of interacting the game. So, yun yung sinasabi ng game. Yun yung dahilan that why you should play this game. Because it's simple, and then if you're into slice of life na merong magical theme, you might like this game. And then here's the catch. Some visual novels, I have to be honest, some visual novels, there are some explicit scenes. So, merong mga not appropriate for children. So, one of those games which is yung Little Witch Romanesque. But the thing here is hindi siya ganon ka explicit. Medyo minor lang siya. It's not exposing mga medyo bad stuff. But anyhow, hindi siya yung gore. Hindi siya yung masyadong gore. Pero medyo explicit siya. But, you'll be probably liking this game. Kasi yun nga, you'll get involved, parang Harry Potter siya. And then, may mission ka na ginagawa. So, top 5 siya. And then, next, top 4 naman. Top 4, which is yung Rose Guns Days. So, next slide, please. So, yung Rose Guns Days, ang storya naman nito is after the World War II. So, yung after the World War II, yun na yung nanalo yung Allied Forces. So, yung Japan has been colonized by the Chinese at saka Americans, right? So, yung Japan, separate sila into the Americanized side and then to the Chinese side. And then, there are some group of a small group lang, which is a Primavera, which is a bar siya. Kasi yung theme kasi ng laro nito is mafia yung theme niya. Pero ang astig dito kasi sa laro na to is that it lets you involve those characters na you're like within the mafia, pero wala yung character mo doon, but you become that character based doon sa sinasabi ng storya, because it is a third person perspective siya, hindi siya first person kasi you don't have a character in the game. What makes it recommended for me? Recommended siya because yun nga, malalaman mo kung paano na colonize yung Japan era, and then kung paano na seize ng opportunity na naging independent yung Japan, like na-overwhelm yung mga Chinese at saka yung Japanese. But here's the thing, it's fictional, it's not literal na nangyari talaga ito, pero it somehow is going to get involved you kung bakit naging independent yung Japan ngayon, kung bakit na-overwhelm yung mga Allied forces sa Japan. So, yun lang yung topic niya, or yung tinatakal ng Rose Guns Days. Actually, there are 4 seasons of this game, so medyo mahaba siya. So, if you want a game na medyo mahaba and then meron siyang mafia theme, and then meron siyang mini gameplay that you have to deal with the mafias or with your opponents with the use of mouse at saka yung dexterity mo na mabilis ka. Yun siya. So, top 3 naman. By the way guys, dito naman sa laro na to, wala siyang explicit stuff. Medyo siya, nakakaiba siya na game. Medyo unique siya. Okay. Going to top 3. Top 3, ang next naman dito is the Narcissus series. Narcissus series, ang storya naman niya dito is often medyo depressing siya. If you want tragedy games na mapapasad ka, pero the thing here is that there is a life lessons that you're going to get learned when you play this game. Pero masyado siyang depressing. So guys, discretion ko lang. Don't ever play this game if masyado kang sensitive, especially when you have a severe illness, kasi the game is about girls or mga characters that they have terminal illness, or ibig sabihin yon, incurable illness, that they have to go in a specific ward na meron silang yung mga, alam nyo, yung mga tape na parang they cannot be cured anymore. So, meron silang specific ward na they cannot communicate with other people, baka mahawa sila or that. So, parang nasa loob lang sila ng mismong area nila, wala silang buhay and that. But the thing here is that it lets you get involved kung what if you have this kind of situation na, okay, you have this incurable disease. Ano yung gusto mong gawin sa buhay mo? Of course, since the illness is inevitable, you're going to enjoy the remaining days of your life. Yun yung sinasabi dito, what the game is all about. So, if you want to get involved into this depressing game, you're gonna play this. I recommend it. It is a kinetic visual novel, meaning hindi siya i-provide, or rather hindi ka i-provide ng mga choices, kumbaga. So, dire-diretso lang siya. You're going to listen to the soothing music, get to read kung ano yung mga conversation na parang mga simple lang pero sobrang deep. Yung tipo na, what is life for you? Ganito yung buhay sa akin. Parang mga ganun na conversations, medyo meaningful siya, pero madedepress ka na, parang mapapapitik ka lang na, oo nga, no, parang hindi ko naisip nun. Why not do this in my daily life? So if you want to learn this game or you want to get life lessons, play this game. But I recommend playing yung Narcissus Side Second, kasi meron siyang Narcissus 1, Narcissus Side 2, and then yung mga spin-offs pa niya, which is mga iba-ibang mga time frame yung mga series ng Narcissus series. Okay. So, going to the top 2. Top 2 is G Senjo no Mao, or translated as The Devil on G String. So, ang gumawa dito, yung creator nito, is made by Akabe Soft 2, which is famous sila in making games that are sobrang laki ng plot twist nila. So, solid sila in the plot. They're, yung mind blown ka, yung tipo na, I didn't expect this to happen, na etong character na to is a good guy, but it is a bad person after all. Yung mga ganun na twist. Or some other twist that I won't be explaining because it is a it is a major spoilers in the series. So, the game is all about a main hero na anak siya ng legendary gangster or legendary lord or mafia dun sa turf nila within the Japan, and then he's living a normal life, pero the thing here is that kahit normal life yung pinaglilive niya, syempre dahil anak nga siya ng father niya na legendary gangster, kailangan, syempre, gumawa siya ng mga certain tasks within the night na medyo mafia-esque na you have to do this. Like, it's not killing. Parang more of hijacking or doing something na isasabotage mo yung other Turks. Yun yung ginagawa ng main hero. And then besides that, the game is more on a cat and mouse game. Kasi meron character na tinatawag na si Mao, which is the devil himself. Hindi yung literal na devil talaga. Title lang yung devil. So si Mao, ang sinasabi dito, si Mao kasi siya yung parang sumisira doon sa reputation ng ng mafia nila. And then besides that, meron silang personal conflict, which is yung main hero at saka si Mao. And then besides that, meron si main heroine naman, or yung babae, which is yung sa center ng picture, which is si Haru. Si Haru kasi, sobrang, parang transcendent or sobrang kakaiba yung thinking niya na eccentric siya, pero, may point yung thinking niya kasi I know Mao. Kasi, meron rin personal conflict si Haru kay Mao. So, parang meron mga cat and mouse ka na nangyayari. And then, may nangyayaring romance dito sa laro na to. So, one question. Is there an explicit stuff in this game? Yes, there is an explicit stuff. But the thing here is that you cannot ignore that. But the thing here is that the reason kung bakit ko siya ni-recommend, if you want mind-blowing plots, play this game. And mine tell you, trivia for this game. Yung trivia dito, the main hero likes Ba. Yung classical composer na John Sebastian Ba. So, yung mga, anong tawag dito? I forgot the classical piece. But yun, check nyo lang sa YouTube para maalala nyo. And then, ayun, thank you Will, Anna, and then Ross for tuning in. Sorry guys kung medyo late yung pagbati ko. Anyhow, so play this game if you're into mind-blowing plots. And then last but not the least, of course, yung pinaka-favorite lahat ng mga visual novel readers is yung top 1. Ito yung top 1 natin guys, which is Katawa Shoujo, or translated as Disabled Girls. So the game is all about a light slice of novel, which is about the main hero, which is si Hisao. Hisao is a normal person na na in love siya sa classmate niya, which is nag-confess siya within the Christmas Eve. Bali yung Christmas Eve na yon, ang nangyari nga lang, long story short, na heartbroken si main character. To that point, that's where the plot comes in. Nagkaroon siya ng severe heart attack. So, yung nangyayari yung severe heart attack, na unconscious siya for the several weeks. And then, na-diagnose siya with severe heart disease. Medyo scientific yung term niya. Hindi siya terminal illness. Severe lang siya. Curable naman siya kahit papano. So, ang nangyayari kasi dito kay main character, dahil nagkaroon siya ng severe heart attack or severe illness, he has to enroll into a specific called, I forgot the school. Oh no. So, yung school na yun is specialized more on the disabled individuals, either physical or mental or spiritual. But more on physical or mental. So, physical is yung nakikita. So, yung merong mga amputees or medyo partially blind sila. Yung mga ganon. And then, mental, which is mental, or interior. Sige, interior. Which is, ayun nga, yung hindi mo nakikita sa isang tao. The reason of why I personally recommend this game is that light nga siya, and then recommended siya usually na what if tinanong mo yung visual novel reader na if you want to get involved with visual novel, ayun, they're going to be mostly recommending Katawa Shoujo because it's seriously light lang siya. And here's the catch. Ang nakakatawa dito sa laro na to, you can choose not to include the explicit stuff in the game. So you can toggle that one dun sa option ng game. So go to the option and then cross mo yung explicit content, which is hindi naman siya naapektuhan sa story. Actually, all of the stories, kahit tanggalin mo na yung explicit stuff yung tinasabi ko na explicit stuff, alam nyo na yun, mga adults or yung mga young adults, alam nyo na yun. Yung basta, yun. So, another trivia dito sa laro na to. Ang nakakatawa dito, it's a free game. So, you can play it in the PC for free. Bakit? Because it is actually made by 4chan forumers. Kaya nakakatawa siya na, nagsimula siya meme, and then, one of the small group na sinabi na, oy, sobrang nakakatawa. Why not? Let's make this game. Or sure, why not? So, anong nangyari? Si Four Leaf Studios, which is a small group, made this game a reality. So, imagine ninyo, small group lang siya, and then it's originally from 4chan. Nagkaroon ng game. So, yeah, guys. play this game, it is seriously fun. And then life lessons rin siya. Para siyang Narcissus, pero light version siya. Kasi ayun nga, what if you get involved with an illness and then nakilala mo yung mga people nga na yun, meron siyang bulag yung person, nasunugan yung kalahating balat niya, and then this person is a mute or PP siya. Paano niya na overcome yung mga situations niya? Yun doon mo malalaman dito sa Katawa Shoujo. And there are romance options in the game as well. So, that wraps up in our video game side. So, before wrapping up, which is eto na, ipapasok ko na yung lock-on segment. So, again, lock-on ang ibig sabihin nun, we're going to be featuring games like quick sneak peek or quick review of why you should play this game. So, ang first game na i-sneak peek natin or ilalock on natin is yung Shoujo Kageki Review Starlight. So, Shoujo Kageki Review Starlight is about, originally kasi anime siya that became a game. So, medyo na-release lang siya within this week, like on the Monday. So, the game is all about, originally, on the anime itself, na they have to become the top stars or the top stage girls, wherein they have to steal the brilliance of other girls to become the main hero from the Starlight or yung title ng series. So, it is a turn-based game. Medyo meron siyang pagka-gacha team. And then, if you're into, parang similar siya ng Fate Grand Order. So, if you know Fate Grand Order, you might like this game. And then, plus points siya if you know the anime. So, besides that, aftermath siya ng original anime. So, there are new girls as well, which is coming from different schools. So, they're competing each other by a school. So, parang this school is fighting another school to become the top star or the top school. Parang meron silang binubuwis or meron silang binibigay. Kasi it affects the whole reality of their world. But, ayun dan. Pero, ayun, let's cut to the chase. And then, let's see, which is yung provided na credits to the owner, by the way. I just grabbed this from the YouTube. Let's go and watch the trailer of Reviewless Starlight. Alright guys, so that is Reviewless Starlight, which is developed by 18 Games and then published by Bushiroad. So, yun, play it guys if you're into idol team. Para siyang, yun, FGO na mix ng Bang Dream. Yun, so, yun, laro nyo na. Mobile game siya. Which is, you can download it from iOS and then Android. And then, eto na, second, syempre, wala nga tayo nung last week. So, to make it up at least, eto, second na lock-on natin for video game side, which is Dengeki Bunko Crossing Void. So, if you're into anime naman, or especially made, or yung mga animes made by Dengeki, you're especially going to love this game. So, the game is all about yung, na grab lang siya from the original game, which is yung Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, which is a PS3 game siya, a fighting game siya na nagkaroon siya ng clashing of different animes from Shakugan no Shana, Toradora, Black Bullet, or Dokoro-chan, and then other Dengeki titles. Pero ano nga ba yung mga titles doon? It is also, by the way, on turn-based game rin siya, gacha theme, you know, because Japan stuff. Para siyang talagang patron siya. So, let's cut to the chase and go. Let's watch this trailer of ano ba, ilan ba yung mga titles nun? There are actually more than plus 25 titles in the game. So, let's go and watch this trailer. Okay, so that is a trailer for Dengeki Bunko Crossing Void. So, kung napansin nyo, Japanese lang yung trailer niya. Bakit? Actually, recently released lang siya ng English just yesterday. So, if you want to play the game, go and play it. But the pros and cons for this game, medyo grindy siya because it's a gacha game, and then at the same time, PvP siya, so you want to become the top, from the top ladders. And then, stamina base, and then baka ma-demotivate kayo dahil hindi nyo nakuha yung mga waifu nyo or yung mga characters na gusto nyo kunin. But the thing here is that just go and play this game if you're interested into those titles na pinakita doon sa trailer. Okay, so that wraps up our title or yung video game side natin. And then before going to the tabletop side, I want to ayun, batiin muna natin si Mary Grace. Hello, Mary Grace or Grace. So, actually, ako lang mag-isa dito. Kung napansin nyo, medyo ngayon ko lang na bitaw. The reason kung bakit wala si Mary Grace dito is that she has to be in a scheduled outing. So, kaya wala siya ngayon dito. So, kaya dapat ako muna. Let's go and stay to the topic muna. So, let's go to the tabletop side. So, tabletop side, wala pa naman question so far. So, tabletop side, sinasabi dito, starting your tabletop hobby, which is, ito yung personal tips ko. There are 5 tips in the game, or 5 tips to start a hobby for tabletop. So, yung tabletop, ang sinabi nga dito, una, identify your FLGS. Or yung friendly local gaming store. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng FLGS. So, bakit kailangan mo i-identify yung FLGS mo? The reason is that dahil dun ka kadalasan bibili ng laro or dun ka kadalasan makikipag-gathering dun sa mga kaibigan mo. So, parang in a way na gusto mong tulungan yung mga yung mga nagtatrabaho doon. Like, buy their food dun sa menu. So, para kumita sila, kasi you're going to rent the place. Why go there and then pumunta ka lang doon, libre yung oras mo dahil wala kang bilhin na food? It is actually a disrespect to them na, syempre pupunta ka dito kadalasan. So, my point here is that hanapin mo yung ideal location ng area if it's for you. Like, maganda ba yung parking space niya? Like, meron bang curfew yung parking space niya, or yung culture ba ng area niya yon is more on the Magic the Gathering side, or dun sa mga card games yung like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, or more doon sa board game side, which is makapaglaro ka. There are actually game groups kasi in the area that they usually play this same theme or same genre, which is example yung mga Euro games, but I won't explain those. Basta yung kung ano yung mga genres na in-explain ko in the previous episode, like kadalasan makikita mo social deduction games yung lalaroin nila, or economic game yung lalaroin nila, or thematic games yung mga lalaroin nila. So, find that specific FLGS mo since you want to support them, and then at the same time, get a regular meetups or gathering, or not regular, just monthly or weekly. Ayun, para ma-support mo lang sila. Okay. Second, understand the game mechanics when playing. So, ano ba yung sinasabi dito? Of course, makinig ka doon sa Dungeon Master or yung Game Master or yung Game Coach na nagtuturo sa'yo. So, di ba nga, hindi mo alam yung laro. So, listen. So, meron tinatawag na acronym which is LAW. Ano ba yung LAW? Listen, ask, and then watch. So, yung sinasabi doon is that listen, makinig ka sa Game Master, ask, magtanong ka kung hindi malinaw, and then watch. Watch the other players as they play so that you could learn through them. And then, until na pag-turn mo na, at least alam mo na kung ano yung gagawin mo for the move. Yun yung pinaka long story or TDLR na explanation for the second tip, which is you have to learn the mechanics by listening. Or if you are the game master or the games coach himself, you have to literally read the rule book like buo. Pero kahit yung basic lang, wag yung mga advanced rules, kasi you can actually remove the advanced rules in the game kasi you're just gonna play the basic mode in the game to let the players get more engaged dun sa laro nyo. Kasi if you're going to include the advanced rules kasi agad, baka ma-overwhelm sila with the information that you're going to be providing as a game master yourself. So, that's second. The third one, which is find your personal preference and or for your group. Bakit and or? Syempre, first thing is collection mo siya, at the same time, you're providing the other individuals the experience for the game, like lending them your game, kumbaga nga. So, explain ko na lang rin kung bakit. Preference mo, ano nga ba yung mga klaseng laro mo? Syempre nga, as an individual, you have this kind of taste for the game, or preference, ika nga. Example, personally, I like thematic games, which is story-driven yung laro, na meron siyang kwento, at the same time, meron siyang mechanics that naapektuhan yung laro. Para siyang choose your own adventure game in video games. There are also in terms dun excuse me. There in terms rin dun sa RPG aspects. Medyo minor yung RPG niya kasi role-playing games nga, ika nga. Pero yung main reason kung bakit nagustuhan ko siya, story-driven siya, yun yung dahilan kung bakit most of my collection is based dun sa mga ganun na yan. But besides that, you want to get other games that personally loved by your group as well, which is yung mga social deduction games, or wag naman yung, sige, let's go with the massively produced games like Monopoly, Jenga, or Uno. You could play that game. But syempre, you want to experience other games nga, ika nga. So, maghanap ka ng similar game dun sa mga nabanggit ko na titles para ma-experience nila yung culture that tabletops are not just those kinds of games. There are actually a lot of them. Like, thousands of them. Not millions, probably millions na. Pero, approximately, sabihin natin, thousands of those games na hindi mo pa alam. Like, like kaya example, which is my company, dun sa not my company, dun sa company na pinagwo-workan ko, Game Detective has more over than 600 collections of board games, ika nga. So pag meron pumunta dito na customer, we could recommend them the games that they want to play or their kind of preference. So that is the third tip. The fourth tip, which is research. Bakit? Before playing the game, you have to know what the game is all about if you're going to purchase it. So go to this sites yung i-mention ko. You can actually check to Amazon or you could check into the Wikipedia. Pero ang pinaka-trusted website for board games is yung Board Game Geek or BGG. So search nyo lang sa sa Google, BGG, and then makikita nyo na sa first tab. Click nyo lang yon, and then yun na yung BGG database, which is type nyo lang sa search bar kung ano yung specific games na gusto nyo hanapin, or go lang kayo, which is click nyo lang yung browse, go to the categorize category, and then nandun yung theme of games, like if you want to play a family theme game, thematic games, economic games, etc. And then yun, research lang kayo para kahit papano. Kasi mahirap kasi bumili ka ng laro na hindi mo alam. You might regret it later kasi once you buy the game, like, kasi as I have mentioned in the first episode, board games is an expensive hobby. Like, it'll take thousands or at least 100 to purchase a game. Depende dun sa value ng game, if it's either new, brand new or second hand siya. So, hindi ko na i-mention kung gaano kamahal. Pero, guys, just go and check dun sa price list. So, check nyo lang rin dun sa Facebook. Mag-search lang kayo. Meron rin dun mga online board game stores. Ayun, such as yung sa company namin, Game Detective. So, if you want to search online board game stores, makikita nyo dyan. Such as, ayun, magsulat na kayo. Kunin nyo yung mga pen and paper nyo. Game Dogs, Game Detective, Geekbox, then Gaming Library, which is yun yung mga major na local board game store na makikita mo sa Facebook page. So kung interesado kayo mag-check dun sa mga sa mga pages na yon, if you're into board games, check those pages na ni-mention ko. Okay. Last but not the least, try the game before you buy it. Bakit? Kaya na in-explain ko, you have to know the game first before buying it. So, to get the most maximum experience or yung thought mo for the game is go. Play the game first, and then first impression mo with the game, kung nagustuhan mo ba yung laro or hindi. And then, once you play the game, doon mo na makikita kung okay ba sa'yo yung game or not. So, go. If not, go search other games, ika nga. Kasi hindi siya para sa'yo or hindi siya para sa group mo. Kasi parang na-hype ka masyado, like a Kickstarter game siya or ongoing game siya, like in the na you want to yes. So yun lang yung mga sinasabi dito sa tips ko na 5 top tips. And then last but not the least, yung before we wrap up, type 5 personal recommendations ng tabletop games personally by me, kasi once you get into the area to the board game restaurants, ito yung kadalasan na makikita mo na copy rather, na hindi mo basta-basta hindi basta-basta mawawala sa location na yon. Okay. Going straight to the point because we're running out of time, guys. We're already 50 seconds a minute. So, first, top 5, which is ipaprovide na namin dito sa slideshow namin or dito sa area, dito sa slide na pa. So, top 5. First game is One Night Ultimate Werewolf. One Night Ultimate Werewolf is a social deduction game, which is ang objective nito is if you're the town, you have to execute or eliminate the other mafias, and then the mafias has to eliminate all the town to win the game. So there are 3 factions in the game: the town, the mafia, and the neutral. The neutral, either bad siya or good siya for the town. So The catch in the game is that the mafia knows each other and then the towns doesn't know each other. So, yun yung dahilan kung bakit kailangan laruin mo siya. So, you could actually play that game dun sa mga board game restaurants. Which is, papasok yung werewolf kasi this is, example nga dito sa, nito, social deduction game nga siya that you could play with other people. Minimum of at least 4 or 5, but it can be played more than those numbers na minention ko. It could be played like 8 or 10, mga ganon, as far as I could remember. So, yan. That's done for One Night Ultimate Werewolf. And then, second is yung top 4 na iproprovide ko is yung Cult Express. So, Cult Express is a programming game. So, hindi ko siya tinakal doon sa mga previous episode. What is the programming game all about? Programming game, ibig sabihin yon, meron siyang, you're going to play a card face down. Sabay-sabay yung mga players magpe-play face down ng card. And then, once na naset na lahat yung cards face down, simultaneously nila i-flip face up, and then they have to do that certain action kung ano yung pinili nila. The catch in the game is that theme ng game is western siya. So if you want to be a cowboy raiders na you want to steal from the train, yun yung kasi yung theme ng Colt Express. You're robbing the civilians from within the train, and then merong marshal na lumilibot. So, you're competing with other players, competitive siya. So, programming siya, sabay-sabay kayo magpe-play, gano'n lang siya kadali. Which is, makikita nyo lang siya into the usual tabletop games. So, top 3 naman. Top 3 is ShikiYuki. ShikiYuki is a game which is a card drafting game siya. Ang theme niya is that you're eating sushi to the and the conveyor belt. So, it's a card drafting game. You play one card face down and then pass your hand of cards to the player on your left or depende dun sa rules ng game. So, parang conveyor belt talaga na kuha ka ng sushi, kainin mo, and then get another batch of sushis and then get that appropriate specific sushis that you want to get. Why you want to play this game? Objective ng game is to get the most points. Most points wins, and then makikita mo yung mga collections of sushi na kinain mo, like yung mga mackerels or yung mga may mga puddings rin actually, may mga desserts rin dyan. So meron siyang variety of menus. May mga main dishes, may mga side dishes, so and so forth. So that's the reason why you should play this game. Medyo light lang siya. Actually, light lang siya, honestly. And then, top 2 for the list is Dixit. So, yung Dixit, the game is about storytelling, which is, we're going to the next slide na po, please. So, yung sa Dixit, ang sinasabi dito sa Dixit, it is a storytelling game, or para siyang Card Against Humanity, pero medyo friendly version siya. Ang catch ng game is that one player has to be the judge. Magbibigay siya ng mga any words, phrases, or songs, anything under the sun. Like, sabihin natin, insert song here, and then other players have to play that card. Kung ano yung pinaka-preference ng judge, kung ano yung mas malapit dun sa sinabi niya na song, dun sa picture ng card, yun yung makakuha ng point. So, the most player who gets the point wins the game. Ganun lang siya kadali. Last but not the least, which is yung top 1, which is Dead of Winter. Dead of Winter, which is a zombie apocalypse theme, thematic theme siya na cooperative na meron siyang betrayal trait. Betrayal trait, which is meron traidoran dito sa laro na to. So, meron siyang makikipag-team up with other players. But the thing here is that pag meron ka specific actions na gagawin or specific roles na gagawin, you have to blend in with the group, and then in the end, traidorin mo pala sila after all. So, that wraps up for this episode. Ayun, kahit pa paano na-open up na natin kahit pa paano, kahit nakakaabot na tayo ng 1 hour. So, ayan na. So, before this guys, before wrapping up, tune in for 3 piece in a pod, which is susunod na sila on on this time slot. So, pagkatapos ko mag-air, next na sila. So, tune in for them as meron silang magandang topic na nakahanda sa inyo. So, makaka-relate kayong lalo for sure since ayun nga, adulting 101 nga dito nga, ikaw nga yung ipapabigay nga na topic sa inyo. So, before wrapping up, announcements. Announcements which is yung game group na mangyayari for the top is officially na mangyayari na next week. So, which is mangyayari siya 4 to 12 midnight, Diligence Cafe, which is malapit lang siya sa Quirino Avenue. Quirino Station. So, check nyo lang doon. Second, Asobiken, which is mangyayari na yung game group namin. So, if you want to get involved with our group, doon lang kami maglalaro sa Cranium or doon sa malapit sa Lasal area, which is sa likod lang siya ng fully booked. And then, All Aboard XL, which is an event na mangyayari in May 17 and then 19, 2019 sa Eastwind Atrium, Shangri-La Mall Plaza. Which is, there you will be playing into tournaments at saka you could get to play gigantic games. Okay. Last but not the least, before, ayun nga, ShikiYuki, like my page, which is search nyo sa Facebook. And then Game Detective, yung online board game store namin. Check our page. VG8 Radio, which is, yun nga, this program is powered by them. So I thank Sir Mark and then the VG8 Radio. And then, of course, CreatiVoices at saka yung Philippine Center of Voice Acting if you're interested in getting to go in the next batch, 49. Go and inquire them of how to register or get involved with the next match. So, that ends for this program. I'm your host for this game-related topics, game mode, ShikiYuki, and tune in for the next episode, episode 4. So, that's it guys. Bye.
Hear the voices of greatness. VG8 Radio. VG8 Radio.
VG8 Radio.
VG8 Radio.